I'm really upset that BP, the way they've been handling it, has been really horrible too. I mean, they're putting more the chemicals that they've been using, that they've been putting in the ocean to try and absolve and absorb this oil, is actually 100 times worse than the oil itself. This is the chemical compound that they were using has been banned by the EPA. They had no right to use it, but they used it anyways because they thought that they could use it because this was an emergency situation, and they thought, well, we got to do what we got to do here, so we're just going to use this agent, this compound that's been banned because it's so toxic. This stuff is so toxic that they're saying that we can what's going to happen is eventually this stuff is going to end up in the atmosphere. We're going to have acid rain. We're going to have toxic rain because of this down there. Or it could come up here. And this side of the country, the eastern side of this country, is going to be fucked as far as crops and food. It's going to be this. We haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg with this disaster. We think, seeing all those animals covered in oil and seeing all the beaches covered in oil, that's nothing. That is nothing compared to what's going to come. And in about 6 months from now, oh my God, I don't even want to think about it. I'm horrified. I'm fucking horrified. And I am pissed off with my government. I'm fucking pissed off with Obama. He pisses me off because he's not being hard enough. He's too fucking soft. He is too fucking soft. These motherfuckers need to go down, and they need the death penalty. I think they should all fucking die for doing this. They keep talking about, oh, well, we'll just pay to clean it up. We'll just pay to clean it up. You can't fucking throw money at this. This is not repairable. You cannot clean up an oil spill. The Exxon Valdez disaster 20 years ago, they still haven't cleaned that up, and that's been 20 years. And they swore it would never happen again, and here it is. 100 times worse. It's sickening.
Yeah, it's 2010, then we have 2011, then we have 2012. I bet you it won't take long before everyone starts tying them in together. But yeah, you're right. Worldwide, that oil spill is going to affect us all. Bit by bit, you watch. The whole ecosystem is just going to have a fucking meltdown.
I mean, we're seeing all the images of what they're allowing us to see. As far as, the beaches and the animals covered in oil. And, I was watching this one show, and they're saying, we're just seeing, the stuff, with the birds covered in oil and stuff. They said, we're not seeing what's going on underneath the surface, down there deep in the ocean, where, where plankton and all kinds of stuff that's growing down there is being poisoned by this oil. They don't realize, we don't, it's beyond comprehension what they have done. There's not enough words to say how truly fucked up this situation is. And yet, they want to stand there and say, well, we're doing the best we can, we're trying to clean it up. You can't clean it up. You can't. I know we have to try. Of course we have to try, and but I think the main thing, instead of working hard on trying to clean up, they need to fucking focus on stopping this fucking thing from continuing to spill oil. And I think the problem is they don't want to stop it. I really don't think they do. I think they want to just let it run out. They're going to let it run out. They're not going to put a complete cap on it. And that's what I think is going to happen. It doesn't make sense. I mean, if you look at this logically, with all our technology and capabilities, we cannot stop this oil from leaking. We can't put a cap on this. Come on. I just don't believe that. I do not believe it. I cannot believe they can't stop it. I think they're coming up with all these excuses. And, we've tried this, and this isn't working, and we tried that, and that's not working. I think they're just going to let it run. And I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind it. it's you know, it's hard, it's sad, it's horrifically sad because you know, just seeing those animals and seeing all that life just, you know, being destroyed right before our eyes. And this country, I mean, this side of the country is completely fucked. I mean, the beaches all the way through Florida, the whole East Coast is going to be fucked. The whole East Coast. I'm like, I said to my husband, we should never move back out here. We should have stayed in the Northwest because this side of the country is fucked. I'm ready to move back. I'm ready to move back to the Northwest because the acid or the toxic rains, once those start, I don't want to be out here. I really don't. I seriously, if you guys are living on the East Coast, I'd move.